So, ladies and gentlemen, to the seventh round, the one before the interval, and introducing in the red corner, representing Pt3 of County Durham, is Mark Barton. Ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, in the blue corner, representing the Whips Wolverhampton, is Sat Red. Ladies and gentlemen, this will be 3x2 kickboxing, 3x2 kickboxing. This is Mark Barton in the red corner and Sat Red in blue.
About 7 tonight here at the Walsall Town Hall for a night of world-class kickboxing, and we have Mark Barton, EKTC from County Durham, 2 fights, 1 win, 1 loss, and Sat Rayat from Eclipsing Wolverhampton, 4 fights, 3 wins, 1 loss. So again, not much to choose between them on paper, Neil.
No, both from reputable camps. Sat obviously training at the Eclipse gym in Wolverhampton. They're on a high at the moment. They've got, you know, Franz Akala flying the flag at the top, and obviously the quality of sparring is going to be great throughout the gym. So you know, expecting big things from Sat tonight.
So here we go, 3 2-minute rounds. Well, looping left hand to start there from Mark
He got
Barton.
tagged with a short left hand on the counter then.
And he felt it.
Yeah, it was a glancing blow on the inside as he come forward, but because he actually went on to the punch, he probably doubled up the power of it.
Good front kick there from him, but he's got to get time to recover.
Oh,
That's
excellent
it. That is it. Beautiful lead leg roundhouse.
He's going to be struggling to make the count there. It's over. It's over. First round knockout to Sat Rayat. Excellent performance from the youngster from Eclipse.
Set it up as you said with the initial assault, and then the left leg roundhouse clean on the button.
47 seconds on the first round, and the knockout Mark
They're the ones I like.
47 seconds.
That's a massive confident boost for Sat Rayat. First round knockout, 2 knockdowns within, must have been not more than 30 seconds.
Yes, and I like the way he stayed calm.
We're taking 50-minute break soon. We'll be having the interval. I'll be inviting early and from Liverpool TV, early, and then it's the match show on Robin early. You can see the action for the last 3 bouts of the evening, and early in the draw.
Yes, he stayed calm, didn't he? Picked his shots, and then the kick. We knew it was all over the moment that Mark hit the canvas.
Yeah, it was a beautiful kick, beautiful first punch, to be honest. And obviously when he knew that he'd hurt him, he never let him off the hook.
Yes, a very good win, as you said there, for Sat Rayat. Huge confidence booster.
Congratulations to Sat and congratulations to Mark. All the way to entertain us all the way from Durham. And in the red corner, representing EKTC County Durham, is Wesley Paul Fager.
Too much stuff in my heart right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the blue corner, representing MAGB Birmingham, Rob Diesel Stevens. So repeat, ladies and gentlemen, Wesley Fagan in the red corner, Rob Diesel Stevens in the blue. This is 5 by 2-minute rounds, amateur KB and 70 rounds.
Right, we're here for show sport for world-class kickboxing at the Walsall Town Hall. An incredible night of kickboxing for you, and this one of our main events. I'm Malcolm Martin, with me Neil Kelly. Neil, the atmosphere has gone up a notch this for a great amateur fight over 5 2-minute rounds. Wesley Paul Fagan from EKTC County Durham, 20 fights, 17 of those big wins. Rob Diesel Stevens, MAGB Birmingham, 13 fights, 12 wins, 1 draw, and a beaten fighter, and someone you've got a bit of history with.
Yeah, I've done a lot of work with Rob alongside his instructor H. Willer, and he's a very talented lad indeed. We're just measuring his level now against these higher class fighters, but this is truly a British class amateur fight. This is what the crowd is here to see tonight.
Yes, and having profiled Rob, I can say obviously a very intelligent young man as well, but giving away a bit of height here, Neil.
Rob gives away height to every opponent. He's very, very short and stocky for 70 kilos. Not much different from Franz Zakala in respect of always giving height away to his opponents.
So here we go, the first of 5 2-minute rounds, and because of the amateur status, that's why we've got the head guards on, but a good side kick there straight away from Rob.
Yeah, he's got a lot of ability, Rob. Can kick with both legs, punch with both hands, good mover, very fit.
And a lively start from him. Good kick in reply from Wesley though.
Nice clapping left hook up, right hook should I say, followed by a right uppercut.
Yes, well, 20 fights, 17 wins. It's a good record by anyone's standards. And a very lively start from both men now.
This looks like a nice clash of styles. Over 5 rounds, this is going to be very interesting.
And Rob protecting.
Oh, big overhand right by Stevens there.
I was just about to say, he's protecting that unbeaten record, 12 wins, 1 draw.
Stevens, the current amateur ISCA British champion.
And at the moment, he's had no problem getting into range, has he? But I do feel that Wesley's dangerous.
Wesley seems to be waiting for Rob to move to start off here. I think if Wesley can initiate an attack and not wait for Rob to move, his height advantage is going to play more of a part in it.
Yes, because as I said, at the moment, he's not really giving Rob any reason not to come in, is he? Rob is managing to get in and do his work. That was better though from Wesley.
These are 2 very tidy fighters indeed.
Good strong kick in reply there from Fagan. And I'd like to pick up what you said there, Neil. Good clash of styles, and I feel very evenly matched there.
Yeah, not much to separate them in that first round at all. What's nice to see is the difference in levels as well. Now we're moving up into the more experienced fighters. They've increased their kick counts, Malcolm.
That's right. Are you surprised that with the height difference, Rob has been able to get in so frequently?
Not so much in the first round. Obviously, Wesley now will make adjustments. What his corner should be telling him is to move first, don't come off second to Rob, because you're giving away your height advantage when you're letting the smaller man move first.
That's right, so 2 of 5 have had a very lively opening here. And as you said, the technical level has really gone up a notch.
And that was just the first round, which is notorious for both fighters to just take a look and to gauge their man. Wesley standing in the corner, obviously a very fit man as well.
So here we go, we've had a cracking first round already. They've had a good look at each other now. And let's see if Wesley can make those adjustments that Neil mentioned. Again, good right hand there from Rob. He's got in straight away again.
That big right overhand hook of Rob's is a honey punch for him.
Especially against the taller men, as you said, that he constantly has to face.
You would think that that's where Rob would be comfortable on the inside, being the shorter man.
And a good right roundhouse as well. But for me, the counter to a man like that as he come in, he's got to be wary, or I would like to see Wesley use the uppercut as he's coming in there, or even a little shovel.
More apparent that Wesley's coming off second best in this round, I think, Malcolm. He's waiting a little bit too long. Rob's going in with 1s and 2s, and he's moving back out without reply from Wesley.
That's right. And this is my major concern for Wesley, is the frequency with which Rob is allowed to come in and do his work.
Diesel's crowd getting behind him now.
And I'm not surprised, I think they can see what we see, Neil.
Oh, got a good, nice right hook there from Wesley though. Rob has to be wary of this.
There's the uppercut I mentioned, it didn't land, but that right hand did.
Some nice exchanges there between the two.
There's the uppercut, and it did land that time, Neil.
Rob felt that and gave up ground to it.
That's the punch I told you. I felt for the taller man like that when the man comes inside, and he landed it clean. Which has changed the flavour of the round now, really, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, Wesley now is moving forward with a little bit more confidence, and Diesel more willing to give up the ground.
Yes, an intriguing second round, which in what's already been a good fight. And actually, this helmet concern for Wesley would buy Rob a bit of time to clear his head.
Yeah, couldn't have come at a better time now. If Diesel can finish the round strong, he can still grab it on the judges' scorecard. It's all to play for still in this round.
Yes, an intriguing fight, superb fight. This at the Walsall Town Hall with a cracking night still ahead of us. These top 3 bills that we're seeing now, and this one's living up to billing already.
Both fighters in that second round were sitting down on their shots a little bit more. Punching with a meaner intent.
From about midway through the round, Wesley grew in confidence, and as you said, I think he came more and more into the round.
Yeah, I mean, the uppercut really turned it around for him, the straight right and the uppercut, and Diesel acknowledged that it had hit him and hurt him. You can see Wesley now taking a seat in the second round. I don't know if that's a testament to him getting tired, or whether it's just corner practice from Master Guthrie.
But again, it was a seesaw round, this one, and I would almost be inclined to give this one as a drawn round.
Yeah, you very easily to see it that way. First half to Diesel, second half to Wesley. Both fighters yet to make a real statement on the round, or to a turning point in the fight.
I agree, Neil. A pivotal moment in the fight, the third round.
Little Needle getting in there now, Rob kicking him as soon as they touch gloves.
And Wesley calling him on. You say you saw him clearly there, say, yeah, bring it. And real venom now, as you said, from both of them.
It just seems to have spiced Wesley up a little bit. He's kicking with a lot more meaner intent now.
I think there's power in his hands as well. Oh, Rob almost got through with that right hand.
Attempted Cobra there off Diesel. Oh, excellent body kick.
Wesley felt that one, took him to the core there. You mentioned the meaningful. This could be the turning point, Neil.
Yeah, I don't think Diesel's going to let him off the hook with that right leg to the body now. He's going to keep powering that in.
There it goes again, just as you said.
And if he can get his attention down onto the left side of his body, that will open up the right side of the head.
Wesley held the leg there, then took the other leg with a very low kick.
That was a very, I mean, you couldn't even describe that as being a sweep.
And as you said, he's targeting that right side of the body now.
As soon as that right hand or that left hand starts to come down, that left elbow starts to come down to protect against the right kick, that's when the right bolo should go over the top. That's it, just powering that leg. He knows he's hurt his man.
And the body shot as well.
Excellent, well picked there by Diesel.
And the body shot again. He's targeting that left side of the body, which is red raw now. Wesley came back there with a good right hand. This is a cracking third round. It's really come to life this round.
This is the type of fight that gets the crowd going.
He's hurt him again to the body. He's really hurt to the body now.
Excellent finish to the round by Diesel.
That bell couldn't come soon enough for Wesley to the body there. But what an incredible round, Neil. That was cracking stuff from start to finish.
And it really shows the difference in class when the fighter, you can see the intelligence of the fighter. He had his man hurt on that left-hand side and just kept chopping away, but not with the same technique as well. Mixed it up, okay, give his opponents something else to think about. And that, I honestly think that body kick that took him down was the turning point in the fight.
But having said that, the great thing about this fight was even then, with the ascendancy, he suddenly took a right hand. It just slightly staggered him. Then he stopped, came straight back, and in that corner, Wesley was on the verge of getting another count when the bell went.
Yeah, this is the type of fight that on any other night, without a body kick that put him down, it could be a whole different story. These are two very well-matched fighters.
Yes, and we're in round 4 of 5 coming up. Diesel certainly in the ascendancy now, but Wesley still very dangerous with that right hand.
Things about the body kicks early, Malcolm, they take their toll late. If he's hurt him to the body in the 3rd round, it's going to take its toll over the 4th and 5th.
That's right, he's going to have to try and protect himself, but then as you said, he leaves himself open in other areas. And Diesel again sets out his stall, going for the left-hand side of the body. And Wesley, a bit of psychology there, saying, yeah, go for it.
Both fighters inviting each other.
Oh! Big right hand there from Diesel. Fight of the night so far, without a doubt.
The boots come off of Diesel, I think. Yeah.
What about that psychology there from Wesley saying, come on, go for it, come for the side?
Yeah, I mean, it's great entertainment, but I don't think for a second that it's going to fool Diesel. He knows he's hurting to the body. Every time that the kick or the punch lands on that left-hand side, Wesley winces.
And he's going for it again.
Now that he's got his attention low as well, Wesley's there for the headshot.
Yes. A fight that's giving us everything at the moment. Two great fighters living up to potential, and it's really got the crowd going here. And there he goes again, Neil, relentless.
I think if Diesel mixes it up a little bit now, he might get his man out of there. But again, a nice head kick from Wesley. The beauty of it is Wesley is still in there and he's still very dangerous.
And again, another head kick. What a great fight. And again with Wesley. Can you believe this, Neil?
I think these two are doing the kick counts for all the other fighters on the card as well. There's as much kick as there are punches. This is kickboxing at its very best. And at amateur level as well.
One of the best fights of the year at the moment. Forget the amateur, just full stop. He's hurt to the body again. Wesley is hurt to the body again. They're telling him, H is telling him to go forward.
It's a great pace that these two have kept up over the 4 rounds. It's a testament to their fitness. Excellent. 1-2 on the bell. Put him back on his heels.
4 incredible rounds of amateur kickboxing. Absolutely superb. You couldn't ask for better. Neil, we've had a real treat in this fight so far. Summarise the 4 rounds from your point of view for us.
Well, the first two, there wasn't a lot to call between the two. A very nice clash of styles. Mix and match in the first two rounds. I think the third round where the body kick landed, Wesley took the count, and I think it's been steady pressure from Diesel now that have captured him the last two rounds. But what makes the fight so interesting, Malcolm, is the fact that Wesley isn't. It doesn't look like a lost fighter. He still looks like he's got a lot of left in the tank, and he still looks like he could turn it around.
Yes, you're right. And again, they waste no time.
He knows he's behind on points now as well, so let's see how much he wants to win this fight.
Yes, an incredible fight. And Diesel saw that one coming and smiles. The respect's back again, isn't it? There was a lot of needle in the middle rounds, but I feel now that mutual respect is back. They know they've given us a great fight.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of kidology between the two of them, but it's all in the best interest of the sport. I mean, it's very sportsmanlike. There's a lot of good techniques going in. Great fight for the fans, this one.
Yeah, just slightly low, that kick. John Blackledge, our referee, asking if he wants to take his time. He says no. They haven't taken any. Oh, there! The other side this time, Neil. That's it. That is it.
And he's going to struggle to make the count on that one. Left shuffle kick to the body.
This is it. It's all over.
He knows he's won it. He knows he's won it.
It's all over. It's all over. What an incredible fight, and what an incredible finish. The other side of the body this time.
Wesley still struggling for breath. What a cracking performance by Rob Diesel Stevens there.
And what a great fight, full stop. Must be amateur fight of the year, Neil.
And credit's got to go out to Wesley Fagan as well. I mean, quality fighter right for the 5 rounds. Brilliant.
He's hurt there. That body really took the punishment on the left-hand side, and then the one shot to the right-hand side. And as you said, a superb shuffle kick to do it with. Neil, as we were mentioning, trying to get our breath back, that's got to be a fight that happens again.
You would think so. You would think so. Nice eclectic match in punches and kicks. Both had all the tools. That was kickboxing at the highest level.
You can see the look on his face. Wesley is mortified.
52 seconds on the 5th round. Victory for Diesel Stevens. Congratulations to Diesel. Commiserations to Wesley. He's there all the way through. 6 seconds to go. So let's hear it for the opponent, Wesley Paul Fagan. Again, congratulations, your winner, Diesel Stevens.
What a great fight, Neil. Fight of the night so far, and one of the fights of the year. And let's just get this one on again. All credit to Paul Hennessy for this match. What a wonderful, wonderful fight.
Straight on with the action. The 9th round for the evening will be 7x2 kickboxing at 65 kilograms. And in the red corner, representing Cardiff Kickboxing, it's Julian Valente.
We have the vacant British light welterweight Waco Pro title at stake. Julian Canati from Cardiff Kickboxing with Denzel Lawrence, former world champion, in his corner. And as you heard from the crowd, a real favourite, Barinder Singh from Leicester Kickboxing in the blue. 7 2-minute rounds of kickboxing. Neil, Barinder, a precocious talent.
Oh, yes, definitely. I mean, winning the 70-kilo tournament earlier on in the year, he's laid his claim to being the best 70-kilo fighter in the country, and now he gets his chance to prove it tonight for the Waco Pro British title.
That's right, Canati. All we can say about him is he's got a very experienced corner there in Denzel and Spiro, so they wouldn't put their man in unless they were confident as well.
You wouldn't think so, no. Barinder got the slight height advantage.
And looking very, very focused. Huge support here in the Walsall Town Hall tonight for this fighter. And expectation always goes up when there's silverware at stake, Neil, as you well know yourself.
The title fight will bring the best out of both of these lads, I'm sure.
And so 7 2-minute rounds. Good stiff jab there from Barinder as Julian came in. Oh, good right hand though from Julian. Ducked under and came in nicely. And another right hand. So the Cardiff man setting out his stall here.
Impression is from the first 30 seconds that he's more of a boxer than a kicker. But saying that,
he heard you, Neil, and put in a nice right roundhouse to the body. He's got to be careful ducking that low, though, which again talks of a boxing pedigree. You don't want to duck onto a kick. Oh, beautiful roundhouse to the body. He made Barinder gasp there with that roundhouse. Lively start from Julian here from Cardiff.
He's making Barinder work a little bit harder than probably what he'd want to in this 7-round fight.
Yes, again, as we said, it's 7 rounds, he's got to sustain it. Oh, he took a stiff jab there, though.
Barinder's patient. If it doesn't happen for him early, I don't think he'll panic.
No. But all credit to the Cardiff man. He started lively and put some good work in already. Not been fazed by the support for Barinder here. Good body shot as well. Nice variety. I know referees don't like it, but I always encourage my guys to hold if they're in trouble.
The nice battle of the jab. They've both got a really nice jab. It's usually in these early fights the one that asserts the jab first, but they both have to a certain degree.
And I want to pick your brains because I agree with you. Julian's got that upper body movement of a boxer. Yeah.
But saying that, by the state of the few round kick he throws, he had decent kicking ability also.
Yes, and I thought for a 7-round title fight, a very entertaining first round.
And not much to split the two. Just when you thought Barinder was getting the better of it, moving forward and landing the jab, Julian would come back and score a nice scoring technique of his own.
Yes, and I said that one left leg roundhouse, which was thrown off the lead leg, came right across the midsection of Barinder and really made a sharp intake of breath from him. So he's a dangerous opponent.
Well, as we see from the last fight, the taller opponent is susceptible to the body kicks.
But again, as you said, very confident corner there. They're smiling, taking photographs of their fans. But we've already had one excellent round and we're coming to the second of 7. Oh! Was it a sweep? Was it a low kick? John didn't seem to...
It looked like a sweep to me. Barinder coming forward, all his weight was on his forward leg. And very cleverly, Julian swept it.
Nice
he's got to try something to stop Barinder coming forward, or at least slow him down in his tracks.
But as the night's gone on, we've certainly seen on paper impressive fights, and they proved to be so as well. We've seen the quality suddenly rise, haven't we?
Definitely, definitely. And again, this is only the second round of a possible 7.
Yes, a slightly low kick there from the shorter man. He acknowledges it. Sporting exchange of gloves. But as you said, Neil, only the second round. We've just witnessed an incredible fight, and I think we've got the makings of another one here. And what I want to pick up on something you said earlier. When we go up in quality, the patience level also goes up, doesn't it? You see them picking their shots and more willing to work their way in.
Well, these guys aren't looking for the quick fix, they're in it for the long haul. You know that it's damage limitation. However hard they work in the first round, you know it's going to catch up into in the latter rounds. You know, they've got to learn to just do enough to win the round.
He rocked Burinder there with the right hand, the exchange of punches, and it was actually Burinder that came off second best there in that exchange.
But
his
again,
knees went.
You see the more experienced man in Burinder hurt, and he done his best to negate any further attack from Julian by holding and tying him up. That's experience.
But it proves Julian is, as we thought, with Denzel and Spiro in his corner.
He's a dangerous lad.
A dangerous man. And again, a good right hand, glancing more this time. Nice uppercut from Burinder, but he takes another right hand. This is really hotting up. And again, Burinder's shipping punishment here.
Burinder really doesn't need to get into exchanges with a man so strong, not this early in the game.
Well, Neil, as you said, he didn't need to, but it was great for us. The last 30 seconds of that, they were toe-to-toe. It could have been in the phone booth.
Yeah, and from the state of the second round, you would say that that Julian got the more effective shots off and caused the most damage. Yes,
as you said, with Burinder, with his reach and his accuracy, got drawn into the sort of fight that you feel that Julian wants. He's a very dangerous man, and it was Burinder that I feel, and I agree with you, came off second best in that second round.
There's less smiles in the Burinder corner now.
You're right, the atmosphere has changed. And Julian will grow in confidence from this, because as you quite rightly said, the first round we saw them taking photos and waving to the crowd. It was all business there this time around.
Burinder definitely knows he's in a fight here.
Yes, I do know from his record that Julian is an unbeaten fighter.
An unbeaten fighter is a dangerous one simply because of the confidence level. You know, he hasn't tasted defeat, and I'm sure he doesn't want to taste it for the first time tonight.
And you feel he's now earned Burinder's respect as well. Good front push kick to keep Burinder away. Burinder looking to counter, you feel, don't you? Good body shot there from Julian, then switches upstairs.
With Burinder being the more experienced man, the feeling is that the second half of the fight, he'll come into his own. But he's got to get to the second half of the fight.
Good point, Neil, yes, because at the moment Julian is very dangerous. Intriguing third round. The pace has dropped slightly, as would be expected, because the first two were frenetic. Good right hand this time from Burinder Singh.
There's still very little to split these two.
Good body shot from Burinder, and he takes one back. As you said, tit for tat this, Neil. Burinder's asking questions this round, and Julian's answering them. He took a body shot, immediately gave one back.
Yeah, he's not intimidated at all.
No, his upper body movement's good. He keeps that head moving, and again, a short little right there lands on Burinder.
The body language of Julian is he just looks more confident. He looks more compact now. I think he's felt what Burinder's got, and it hasn't fazed him.
So to me, as you said earlier, maybe it will simply be a stamina and experience thing as we go into what is now round 4, with still 3 more to go after that. But as you said, body language in the corner is totally different now there for Burinder Singh. So if you were in Julian's corner, what would you be saying?
More of the same. Maybe try and force a few more mistakes. Burinder seems to be waiting patiently for the counter now, whereas Julian is pressing a little bit more. For the first 2 rounds, Burinder was plodding forward, and Julian was happy to give up the ground. He's less happy now. Burinder's less happy to go forward. I think they're both trying to look for a change of pattern in the fight.
Well, it's a pivotal point, 4 of 7, and we've had 3 cracking rounds already.
See, Burinder no longer wanting to just walk his man down. think he might be trying to slow the pace down of the fight a little bit more.
Yes, good point, Neil, because as you said, with that experience, picking his shots, picking up the points, and you just wonder if Julian's got the experience to know to maybe keep stepping on the gas and forcing that issue.
See, Burinder looks very good at this kind of range. When he steps forward, that's when he gets caught.
Yes, waiting to counter there, as you can see.
There's a big intensity, a look of intensity on both fighters' faces.
We'll watch their heads there in the inside. It's been a very clean fight so far. And as you said, this is the range I feel that Burinder would like to fight at because of the accuracy there, as we saw then. Julian really needs to keep with the game plan, get in close and work him and force him into that paced fight where his shots really came into their own. But maybe now that fast start is beginning to tell on him.
This round, I think, suits Burinder a lot more. Hit from the distance and just defend on the counter. Hit and move.
Yes, Julian, big deep breath there. He's put a lot of energy into those first 3 rounds. Good right hand, though, came from nowhere. Good right hand in return from Burinder. But picking up on a point you made earlier, I don't think Julian's worried by the power of Burinder.
No, it seems to be catching him flush, but he's coming straight back at Burinder. He looks unfazed.
And that's a problem for Burinder because, you know, sooner landed than he came off the ropes and landed back. But I felt that round was more at Burinder's pace and more at his range. And that maybe, just maybe, Julian might be feeling the pace now with 3 to go.
And in the championship rounds, this is where the title is won or lost. Trainer Jagtar Jahal looks a lot happier in the corner now, a lot more positive after that last round.
Yes, and I think he's got every right to be. You could see the pace suited Burinder better. And we'll see now as we go on to round 5 just what Julian's got left in the tank, because he's made a great fight of it so far. It looks to me like they've told him in the corner to step up the pace, Burinder.
And that looks like both corners have been told that, because they've both met in the
great uppercut there. Sorry to interrupt, Neil, but certainly Julian caught Burinder on the way in with a superb uppercut.
See, this is the danger for Burinder going into the Lion's Den. The longer man, he should be hitting his man on the outside and moving. If he hasn't phased Julian in the first 4 rounds, it's unlikely he's going to do now, and Burinder's eating up these shots now. I was just about to say, Neil, he really is taking some punishment now from Julian Canute. They're egging him on his corner because these shots are landing. What a great performance from the Cardiff man. And our second great fight in a row. Looks very physically strong as well. Anytime he does get caught flush, he's straight back at his man. Whereas when Burinder gets caught, he wants to give up ground or hold. I think this is the difference between the strength of the two. Burinder most definitely the more technical of the two, but Julian very, very strong.
Yes, and Burinder's guard coming down as well now. This has been a cracking fight, and we're in round 5 with... Look at the confidence here now from Julian.
He's inviting Burinder in. He wants Burinder to take the bait.
He's happy to take those. They rock his head back, but as you said, look, he comes straight back.
These punches are catching Burinder flush as well. There's no doubt about Burinder's chin also.
No, it takes 2 to make a fight of this quality. And he sets that up like sweeps to me. Oh no, inside sweep, he's saying, outside of the boot to the outside of the foot. But what I was just about to say, he uses the sweeps intelligently to set up the punches. Sweeps to me, when they just take the man to the ground, do nothing for you really. They must be used to set up a good punch. Well, what can we say? With these rounds down, Julian's just growing in confidence.
And these are the rounds that Burinder are supposed to be winning. Now, I'm sure that their camp was working on the second half of the fight, the 5th, 6th, 7th round, given that Burinder's a more experienced man. So again, confidence-wise, Burinder must be must be doubting himself now after such a poor 5th round.
At the end of the day, I want to pick you up on something you said earlier, is the way that Julian's trying to tempt his man on. Do you think it is now Julian believes he's got the power advantage and wants to bring Burinder into that war?
Well, if you go back to the 4th round when Burinder was standing up and picking his shots a little bit more conservatively, I thought that he really outboxed Julian and outkicked Julian, and Julian changed it around again in the 5th round. So I think he's setting traps for Burinder, and unfortunately for Burinder at the moment, Burinder's falling for them.
But it makes it a great fight for us. 6 of 7, and Julian still looks fresh. We thought he might falter, he certainly hasn't.
This is a very tough one to call on the judges' scorecards.
Yes, we've got the luxury of just being able to enjoy the fight and give an opinion. The judges have got to score it. And that's the accuracy you were talking about when Burinder's at range. Again, Burinder caught on the way in there by the short left. Oh! And there's the right! This is it, this is all over. We knew it was coming, we knew it was coming, Neil.
It's over.
It's over, we knew it was coming. Unbelievable, but it was on the cards, Neil, on the cards.
There was no getting up from a shot like that. Really took the legs from under him.
What a performance by Julian Konate. Unbelievable. Well, Neil, a great fight and an impeccable finish from Julian Konate. You said about laying the traps. As much as we like Burinder as a fighter, and he will come back from this, he fell for that trap, didn't he?
Yeah, he got his range wrong in that fight. I think to a certain degree Macho played a part in it, and he wanted to basically prove to Julian that he was a fighter as well as a boxer as well as a fighter.
Great chins, the first time we've seen this young man from Cardiff, but as the champion now, it won't be the last, Neil. Incredible. But sum up that performance by Julian Konate for me.
Well, obviously going into the fight the underdog, even though he was an unbeaten fighter, I think from the 1st round onwards just grew in confidence, fought a very intelligent fight, set traps, and they paid off for him big time.
And the winner is the red corner.
Neil, one cracking fight after another.
Yeah, these guys are really setting the standard for British kickboxing right now.
And we have the new British light welterweight Waco Pro champion, and what a deserving man, Julian Konate from Cardiff Kickboxing. Well deserved win, and we're going to see a lot more of this gentleman, I'm sure.